Right everyone, I got to the junction where there's 3 different valleys split up, and I'm going up what's called Lady's Edge, which is where I normally come. Beautiful Holford Combe, I call Holford Glen, is round there and up there. That is the most pretty area up there. But what it is, I've been weaving in and out, trying to keep a track of everything, and I could have actually cut out all this, because I've actually done all this before and just kept on the top like I had thought of doing, but I wanted to give it a go doing the route someone else has mapped out. I'm partly doing it. I've done, in fact I'm doing 95% of it I've done so far. I just diverted a bit off the top there and came down through one of the other combes. But this is the way I've brought all the children and other friends of mine. We've walked up here together. Roy, I remember bringing him up here. George has been up here a few times with me. Jolene, I don't know about Jolene. No, we didn't come this far. We went up Holford Glen when Jolene had just had Corin. With Zara and Georgia, we all went up Holford Glen. We didn't do a big hike. And then other friends, nursing friends, I've been out with up here. See, I've always wanted to know where that one goes, but I've often been so tempted to go up there. You know what I mean? But, you know, it might lead me to nowhere, so although I want to go up that way, it's just nice to do something different, isn't it? I bet you anything it comes out the same place. But it might not, and it might take me off on a wild goose chase. It looks more of a rickety pathway. Probably takes you back up there somehow, but I think I'll keep to this one. What this one do, this leads me straight up onto the main track again. And from the main track, I will eventually get to, well, along here you're supposed to get to something called the Brook, the source of the stream, and then you go on to that Bicknoller Post, or whatever it's called. So I think this could be the Lady's Edge. It's always deceiving when there's another track going along though, isn't it? How can this be the edge when there's another edge up there? But that one seems faded out already. Yeah, I got a feeling Wordsworth and that, when they came up here, they found what they looked for, the source of the brook. And I think it would be along here, because look, there is a brook here. So if you follow this brook here, eventually you'd come to its origin where it comes out the hills. It's funny how some trees have come out and they're really lime green and beautiful, and others are still looking so forlorn. I mean, what I've noticed going down one of the other combes a minute ago, it could have been Shepherd's Combe, I can't remember which one it was now, but there was so much dereliction, so much damage, much worse than this, either through storms, but lots and lots of trees fallen over. No sign of any, apart from the sheep, no sign of any deer or anything like that. So I'm just doing another little video. It's probably very bumpy and horrible. But it's all to do with the Quantock walk that I'm doing. And I'm weaving in and out of the Coombes. Basically, I've been weaving in and out of the Coombes. Last week or the week before I did the peripheral, the boundary on Coleridge's walk, because they had to be close to a pub en route to stop for refreshments. So their route is mainly linked to pubs. So, you know, I'm going to be carrying on that on another visit another week. And it won't be for a couple of weeks. There's this half term coming up. And I'd be out here all the time if I lived near here. I'd be out here all the time. I love it out here. I've had to stray off a couple of times and go through bracken. I haven't spotted any ticks yet, but you can't tell, they get you later on. Well, you do just hook onto your clothes. Could be a couple of days before they get you. It is beautiful though. It really is beautiful here. See that the ferns are only just starting to come up. A month's time, you won't be able to see this land. You'll just be covered with ferns. The trees will be bursting with greenery. I think because everything's been delayed because of the weather, to be quite honest. They even had snow on the Dartmoor last week, halfway through May, and they had snow. People were waking up to snow in May. So yeah, this is really like April, which is good really. It's delaying certain creatures coming out. It's too cold for the snakes. Right then, so what I've got to do, I've got to go along up here. It could be a mile or so. I don't know. Well, all I know, it gets more hillier in a minute. It gets more so where you can't breathe. And that's from years ago. I used to sometimes not be able to breathe coming up. Not this bit, but further up. Just hope I don't have to do any more diversions. I just want to head straight to that main path now. I was on it. I could have been at that village, nearly at that village now. Now I don't know whether that'll be on the cards or not, because I've done the weaving in and out. So basically I'm not too worried, because basically I'll do that when I go back to West Quantock Head, which I've got to do again. When I go back to West Quantock Head, I should follow the Coleridge route and end up at that Bicknoller or whatever it's called village another time. It basically goes on time. I think you've got to allow yourself 2 hours. It's easier going downhill, don't forget. Because I've been weaving, I can't really judge on time. Exactly, because I've been weaving in and out of the Coombes. That's what I'm doing today, weaving. And so it's not really appropriate to be able to time getting back. I would allow myself 2 hours just to enjoy the walk, not having to pace and race. It's a shame really that there isn't a later bus, because if there's one at 6, I'd have 2 more hours. It would be enough time. See, I can't even get out here any earlier. I'm leaving on a 7 o'clock train from Weston, then getting on a bus, don't forget. I started very early. Yeah, I remember this really well. This is the bubbling brook, or the babbling brook. Right then, I'm just going to show you some more damaged vegetation. Look, through here. Yeah, let's see. Sides of the stream caving in. Right, I'll be coming out into the open air more in a minute, but it'll be all uphill. But you'll see more of the heathland at the top. Yeah, so Coleridge, Wordsworth and Dorothy Wordsworth would have walked this route to the source of the babbling brook. Over and out.